Hello, welcome to this week's Climate Dispatch. Johanna Miller, Energy and Climate Program Director of Vermont Natural Resources Council, here with my colleague Dan Fingus, and really excited to be joined here by Representative Kathleen James, who is the new chair of the House Energy and Digital Infrastructure Committee.
A little bit of a mouthful, that committee name.
Yes. Heady. So really grateful to have Representative James here today, just to share her thoughts on what's happening this session. More so grateful to have you at the helm of this new and important committee. We've been sharing with folks what's happening this session. We're abundantly aware of a new moment in time when it comes to changes at the federal level, and also efforts afoot at the state to sort of retreat on core climate and environmental policies that the legislature has put in place to protect people's health, to protect our environment, and more so to ensure that we have a strong economic system and future. And so we've been sharing with folks our concerns about efforts to roll back things like the Global Warming Solutions Act.
Yep.
This week in Representative James's committee, there were 4 bills introduced fundamentally to do just that. So repeal or gut the Global Warming Solutions Act, repeal the Affordable Heat Act, and remove Vermont from the Advanced Clean Cars program. So Representative James, is curious how you're thinking about this session and what you think is important in terms of Vermonters staying engaged and participating in this moment.
Yeah, thanks, Joey. And we are in a very different political moment. The actions at the federal level in terms of pulling the United States out of the Paris agreements and rolling back federal funding is really alarming. And so I think it really ratchets up the focus on climate progress here in Vermont. I think that if we're not going to have support at the federal level, that states need to make sure that they're continuing to do all they can. And I think what's really important is for everybody, on all sides of the aisle to focus on what we mean when we talk about climate action. Because I think we get lost in this idea of greenhouse gas emissions and how we measure climate progress at the macro level and why does that matter. And what I think about a lot is that we may measure in terms of greenhouse gas emissions, but what that work really means is very household by household. So we make climate progress when we help Vermonters weatherize their homes, which saves them a lot of money on their heating bills. We can save money when we help Vermonters who want to do it install cold climate heat pumps or put in a heat pump hot water heater. We help Vermonters save money when we can get them into an EV or a more fuel efficient car. And so what I'm really trying to focus on in the next 2 years is making sure that we don't go backwards on that important work, because climate work really is a pocketbook issue. It's a household budget issue. It's how can we help Vermonters move away from fossil fuels, which we all know are harmful across many metrics, and start to heat their homes and get around in ways that are more affordable, more sustainable, better for them and better for the planet. And so that's what I'm focused on.
Well, thanks so much, Representative James. We're so excited that you're the new chair of this new committee.
It's exciting.
And that you're doing this work. This is the part of the Climate Dispatch where we ask for everyone to take a little action. Every week we should be taking action to make sure that our legislators know what's important to you. The Republicans' anti-climate agenda and really efforts to roll back the really hard-won fights, the really hard-won laws of the last 4 years just keeps continuing. And so we just heard about the Global Warming Solutions Act bills that came out, clean cars. We also are hearing about rollbacks for the Climate Superfund, and H-159 also was introduced this week, which not only wants to roll back the renewable energy standard, but completely remove the renewable energy standard from Vermont. This is really extreme, way too far. We need to let our State House representatives know that we want climate solutions, we want climate action, and we don't want to roll back. We want to move forward. So please call your State House representatives this week and let them know that we need to move forward and that we are with them and we support them and the leadership that they've shown us over the last 4 years. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.